Well, welcome to another version of the Commercial Edge. I'm in a different spot, and I'm with a different person. Who is this guy? Jason Walk. How did you get here?
Well, Kraus doesn't want to be next to you anymore.
He's out. I see him right there.
Where is he?
He's out there somewhere.
He's never. There he is.
There he is.
Hi, Mike.
Mr. Kraus. He's like the band member that went out and did the solo career.
Like Lionel Richie.
I don't know if anybody out there knows Lionel Richie.
Probably not.
If they're not at least 50 years old, they probably don't know who Lionel Richie is.
Right. They definitely don't know who he is. Who was the band that he originally was with? Wow.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you,
Matt. It's the Commodores. We already knew that, but it wasn't a trivia question. What was that? Put in the chat. Okay. Anyway, so Jason Walk, thank you for showing up. I know that this was kind of at a last minute kind of thing. Barry's on vacation. Barry does get vacation. Kraus has his standard thing. He can't be here all the time. The guy's got to make sure we have world-class service.
Correct.
So why don't you tell everybody about yourself and you know who you are, where you came from, all that fun stuff.
Absolutely. So from New Jersey, I worked in law enforcement for 22 years. I retired about 12 years ago. Get my monthly check every first of the month, thank you. Was in the military prior to that, and then I retired and I came over to our sister brand company, Critter Control, where I ran North Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. Then I started selling commercial sales on Critter Control side and really loved it. Never thought I would be a salesman or even like it or do well at it. And my wife said to me one day, "Hey, what are you getting for it?" I said, "Nothing, just it's going towards our revenue." So she said, "Well, why don't you try sales?" I said, "Okay." Put my feelers out, went to Western, and I went to Orkin. I interviewed for a position in residential, and then the RM who's still there said, "You know what, I don't have anything for you right now, but let me walk you over to our commercial side." And that's where I met Antoinette, and here I am, awesome. 2+ years later.
Nice, well, welcome. And
Thank you.
So as an account manager, what was your biggest sale?
Oh, wow, jeez. So right off the bat, I think my first month I sold a bird job, which we're going to talk about birds later on. But I sold a bird job to Pepsi. It was around 50, 60,000, and we did everything. Optical gels, we did flap free, you name it, we did it, and we solved their issue for them, and that was great. And then my second biggest sale that helped me get to President's Club was Six Flags.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was a nice team sale with national account, and that was a very nice sale.
That is.
Yes.
That's cool. Now you're the RSM in the Northeast with, I want to say Amani, but it says Manny in the chat. But Amani, I don't know, did you change your name? What happened? So how do you like the RSM job?
Love it. It's a lot of work to do, but I love coaching and teaching, and I love being out there in the field with the account managers. I know everybody because I've worked with them for the last 2 years or however long they're here. So I'm just starting to get into a good groove, and I love it.
Yeah, no, you're doing a great job. Is this the first time you're in the studio? In
this studio, yes.
Well, that implies you might have been in other studios.
I might have been on a couple of things here and there.
Were you on Cops?
I wasn't on Cops, okay. But I was on when I worked in law enforcement, I did a couple perp walks when I was with the FBI. And
perp walks.
Perp walks, yeah, get the raid jacket on, you're walking a guy out in handcuffs, and the press is there, and news cameras are there, and yeah.
Nice.
So
you didn't get a chance to fix your hair then?
No, my hair was actually different then. It was.
I got you.
Little.
All right. Well, we'd like to say hi to the people out there. By the way, it's not just us.
That's right.
We have 235 folks out there. Who do you see that you want to say hi to?
I see Jay Ragusa. Hello. Nice to see you today, sir. Who else do we have out there? Again, Monty. I don't know who Monty is, but we have Jason Civitone. We got Eddie Cintron from CT Pest. Our new assistant region manager, John Perrone.
Better say hi to Patty.
Oh yes, I can't forget Patty. Patty was she's my work wife.
That's right. So
she's my work wife.
Yeah, there's I see Dylan out there, Dylan Campbell, Dennis.
Noddy's there.
So Scotty Brown, newly promoted branch manager of 681, long time coming. Congratulations, brother. Jeff Mossberger. We got David Gomez. I'm flipping through I'm only going to call on people with their cameras on, by the way. Sean Saccone, what's up, dude? Fred Grimaldi.
Fred Grimaldi.
There you go.
Hey,
what's up, Fred? How you doing, brother? So hopefully we have a good show for you. And, man, so great to see you.
Thank you for having me.
The other thing,
I'll take Krause's spot anytime.
Well, that's a tough spot to take.
It is.
Krause is darn good.
He's a tough one to crack.
He is. So we also have some of our brethren, I think, from Orkin, Canada. As you guys may know, Orkin Canada and Orkin North America are back together. Orkin Canada was part of the brands for a while, so now they're back, and they're we have a new group president of Orkin North America Commercial Operations, which is Rob Quinn, who's now kind of overseeing all commercial.
That's awesome.
Now, here's a fun fact I learned yesterday from Ed. Did you know that commercial started in Canada?
Yes, I did.
That's because I told you
told me
probably
this morning,
20 minutes ago.
Yes.
So anyway, just wanted to welcome Rob and Rena, if you're on. How's it going? We're going to go through a few numbers real quick because we had just an absolutely huge June. And by the way, it's halfway over.
I can't believe it. Half
the year has passed. So first half, we finished the first half extremely strong. Check this out, Jason. Our national account sales, just straight national accounts, up 178%.
Wow.
Year over year.
Wow.
2.6 million versus 1.4 million. Our team sales, which is what we sell with national,
yep.
Right? 6 million this year. Last year, right at 5, so we're up 20%.
Okay.
That's the first time in a few months that we've done that, so outstanding. Our local sales were up 9%, $16.7 million sold this year, $15 million last year, and last year was a great year.
Yes.
Right? So total sales in June, $25,351,000, up 16.4%. Because last year we had just over 21 million.
Money in the bank, Mike.
It's all good stuff.
Yes, there it is.
So year to date, we had a big June, so that helped us in a lot of ways year to date. So year to date, again, our national account salespeople, our NAMs are just killing it out there. We're up 150% year over year. We sold 13.3 million so far this year in straight national accounts. Last year, just under 9 million. That's awesome. Team sales, we caught up. We're even team sales now. We've been kind of lagging behind throughout the year.
Yes.
So we're right at 29.5 million. Last year, 29.56 million.
Okay, we're gaining.
Yep, yeah, we're
gaining.
right on the tail. Commercial field sales, which are local sales, up 12.4%, 88 million, 167 versus last year's 78 million. Pretty cool. $10 million more year over year in local sales.
Just keep climbing that ladder.
So total sales were at 130,900,000. Last year was 116, so we're up 14 million year over year, 12% growth. Pretty crazy stuff.
Outstanding.
Yeah. So check this out too. I wanted to take a look at, halfway through the year, where are we at President's Club ranking? Last year we had 9 of our account managers sell over $1 million. So I said, well, let's see how many we had last year at 500,000 after half the year. How many do you think?
8.
Oh, you changed your it was 7. I didn't tell you the number,
That's
but
right.
7.
What did I say first, though?
5. Yeah, you did say 5. So 7 AMs were in position, and 9 ended up doing over $1 million with Civitoni, almost 2.8 million, right?
He does that in his sleep.
Yeah, he does. Well, whatever. I don't think he sleeps. He works hard. So this year, how many do you think we have tracking for $1 million?
I'm going to go 12.
Very close.
Ooh.
We have 13 account managers, almost double what we had last year, over 500,000 already. So that's huge, guys. I mean, there is just so much positive just momentum going throughout not only the commercial division, but all divisions. I mean, the Midwest division is absolutely killing it. Northeast, I mean, there's a huge, huge increase in commercial sales throughout the country. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the top 25 look like this year, and what number do you need to hit to get to President's Club, let alone Chairman's Club, all right? So before we talk about the our Perfect Mile winners, I wanted to go through one contest. And go ahead, Matt, shoot this thing up there. So what we're trying to do, we have just one more bundle challenge that we have going on. And we bundle sales very well, but this is an opportunity to actually make a heck of a lot of money for everyone. So hopefully your region sales manager or your branch leader has talked to you about this already. If not, I figured I'd do it today. Our goal is to just kill our revenue, and adding on different services to our sales. Our bundles are a key component to that, all right? So here's how it works. Real simple stuff. If you sell a PC sale and add one bundle, nice job. You don't get any extra pay for that, but good job. If you add 2 services, you get an extra $25. If you add 3, $50, 4 services to one of your sales, get you an extra $75, and 5 services get you an extra $100.
Wow.
Right? So think about that. And we bundle heavily. And so a lot of our account managers are already doing this. We're paying you to do what you probably are already doing, but we're looking for an increase. Obviously, we're looking for some traction there. So that's out there. We also have some, this is going to run through the 3rd quarter, and we also have some branch prizes and some huge prizes for the top earners. So your RSM and your branch leaders will give you some more information. Just want to make sure I mention that to everyone, because it's not just a commercial region, it's every region, residential, commercial. Scott Weaver put this out. Thank you, Scott, for throwing money at us. We always like extra money. We love taking money. Yep, we always love extra money. Go ahead, Matt, with the next one. So our bird campaign just started this month. So I wanted to throw out some numbers just to show you guys where we're at real quick with bird. So Nick Nervick is leading the way. He has 11 bird sales sold. Now he has those Menards that require some bird work. And so he's really been very locked in on bird. Robbie Rubin, my man down there in California, he's already got 42,000 sold. Wow. Craig Pearson, Anthony Acosta, Porter, Terry Workman. There's a lot of great names on this list. Again, just getting started. Yep. The bird work is huge, huge money for us. We've had Tom on all of our calls. We've had Tom, actually he was on your call, your sales call the other day. Yes. He was on Jeremy's today. Our RSMs, if you need some help, if you want Tom to kind of show up on your sales call, please just call him. Just like everything he does, he's there for us, and he's willing to support. So hats off to all the bird sales so far. All right, so before we get into our Perfect Mile, we want to go with some rookie sensations, because to me, again, and Barry's not here, but I think he's just doing a phenomenal job in the CAM schools. He's put together a lot of great content. We've tweaked it with all the other RSMs, and I've got to give a shout out to all our RSMs out there working hard, supporting our account managers, doing a lot more things than just being out in the field. Correct. There's a lot of things these folks do behind the scenes to help support our account managers. So I just really wanted to hats off to the hard work from our RSMs. Wanted to go ahead and put that back up, Matt, because I want to show you something here. Now, every one of these people on this list are here since January. Wow. Take a look at the top 3 are already over $100,000. Cross, Devin from Phoenix, which, by the way, I saw the Phoenix up on the board there, and Trinity, all 3 of them already over $100,000. Colin, right there. But take a look at some of the consistency, and I kind of put them in yellow, right? So that, you take a look at Devin starting his first month selling 25, 19, 22, then 45. I mean, there's an up and down the sheet. It's just so cool to see the traction that our new our new account managers are having, not just in the commercial region. You see them throughout the Midwest. You see them at PAC. You see them throughout the South Central. Everywhere throughout the country, we have new account managers absolutely killing it.
They're killing it.
Right off the rip.
Yeah.
So hats off to the great training from our RSMs, from our branch leaders. It doesn't happen by chance.
And from Barry.
Well, of course, and to Barry, 100%. So look at Eric Collins down toward the bottom there. He just started in April, right? First month, 750. Second month, 23,000. Third month, 34,000. You know,
off and running.
And you just all up and down the board. 4 or 5. You know, Taylor, 35,000. Just started in April. 50,000.
Look at Mark Caracappa.
That's right.
He's a Northeast region guy.
That's one of your guys.
Yeah. Good stuff,
Go ahead,
Mark.
Matt, and show the next one. So this next one is kind of near and dear to Barry's heart because these are our top performers throughout our CAM classes. All right. So Dylan Davis and Dallas. You take a look at the top 2. We've got Dallas at the top of the board. You got East Detroit. You got Chicago. Just hats off to all of our CAM school graduates. They're continuing to use the information that they've learned.
So what do you see, what's consistent on here about these new rookies? What do you think?
I just think that they get through CAM class and they're highly motivated and they have the tools to get the job done. So I spent a lot of time on the rookies because I'll tell you, it's just so exciting to see just the great traction that we're getting early on. All right? Yeah. So now, if you could, Matt, why don't you run the tape and let's take a look at our perfect mile winners for the month. What? Did that say almost 400,000?
Yeah. Who is that? Let's give a let's give a clap. Holy cow.
So Eric, I made a phone call to find out what in the heck did. So Eric's been working on a big hospital system for like a year. Sounds familiar,
yes.
Right? I mean, so you talk about Jason Civitoni and you talk about these guys working a long time. You get a chance, you put your hat in the ring and you keep following up on these big opportunities and then they come home to roost. So outstanding job, Eric. Mason Winters right here in Atlanta. He's got a huge national account opportunity. Worked his butt off to get that thing closed. Civitoni's on the list at over 200,000. Mr. Nervik, weren't on the list last month when you were here. Now you're on the list. Nice job. Appreciate you. Anthony, Garrett, just an outstanding job. 18 people on the list this month. I'm going to spend a little bit of money, I think, this month. So is what it is. And I'll get it out this time sooner, I promise you. So I don't know what happened last month, so I have to apologize. And we have someone now in the studio that was actually on the list.
She was on the list,
She was on the list.
Yeah.
Danielle, you were down there like 13. Lucky 13.
Yeah.
That's like a New York 7.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
13? All right. Well, since we see Danielle, would you introduce yourself, please, and let everybody know who you are and where you're from and all the fun stuff?
Fun stuff. I'm Danielle Kuver. I'm from New York City Commercial. I'm here about 19 years. And I don't know. What else do you want to know about me?
I don't know. How many President's Club?
How many President's Club?
Yeah.
Seven President's Clubs.
Lucky 7.
Yeah.
Lucky 7.
Wish it was more.
Well,
it'll be more.
Well, will be.
Who controls that?
Me.
There you go.
Yeah.
So how much do you have sold so far this year?
I believe it was 470 something, 475.
Yeah. So you're right there with those 500, like halfway to $1 million.
Yeah.
Have you ever sold $1 million?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
This year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now you're her spokesperson.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Right. Well,
Absolutely.
if you didn't know, Danielle is in the Northeast and she works with Jason. So that's why we have them here today. And by the way, you're in my spot. This is new to me.
But I'm kind of like this spot.
Okay, I don't blame you.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of liking this spot too.
Okay.
All right. Well, Danielle,
Yes.
you're in New York. I've been to New York a couple times. Now, every time I've been to the branch, I haven't seen you. Why
In the
is that?
field.
It's because you're in the field.
I'm in the field.
Go figure.
Yeah.
So the one thing I always hear is that New York is different. So why don't you regale everyone with why New York is different?
So, well, first I'm on the subway all the time. So we're on the train. I'm up and down, going into different locations all day. And then we have a lot of our technicians are walkers in Manhattan. So they have a backpack and a wheel bag, and that's pretty much how I sell the service, where I let them know we have a technician within a 20-minute radius for their callbacks.
I gotcha.
So, yeah.
So walkers.
Yeah.
Now, see, I was a Game of Thrones, so the first thing I think is
furry thing.
Yeah.
No,
Winter.
white walkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they literally walk their route.
Yeah. Yeah, no car, just a wheelie bag and a
So why
a
is
backpack.
that?
There's nowhere to park.
There you go.
Yeah.
So do you bring like a little cart with you when you do?
Myself? No.
What
A
do
little
you-
backpack.
You bring a little backpack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then you just walk.
Yeah.
And you actually make sales doing that.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Well,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously,
That's
she
crazy.
was, $500,000 already.
I know.
Almost
I'm not
close to it.
saying it can't be done.
Okay.
It's just, like I said,
New York is different.
And I wanted
New York is
everyone to
different.
see
That's right.
some of the challenges that you have to overcome to do
Yeah.
your job. So pretty interesting stuff.
Good stuff. So let's talk about how you set yourself up as far as your day, your week, your month. What do you do differently than anybody else in that you can say, hey, this sets me apart from everybody else?
Well, I know what works for me and what doesn't work, and I'm always trying to learn how to change it up so I can make more money. But for the most part, it's planning out 30, 60-day follow-ups. They're in the calendar. Then on top of that, I already have next week booked up. So my weeks, my months, I make sure I have at least 3 appointments a day plus follow-ups already on my calendar.
So how many customers are you seeing or touching during the day? Is it 3? Is it 5? Or is it 8?
Current customers?
How many
New
customers? Yeah.
Oh, well,
Whatever.
8, 10. I mean,
okay.
After each appointment, I make sure I'm prospecting.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So you're always prospecting.
Yes.
You were here 19, almost 20 years, and you're still prospecting.
Yes.
Because you have to.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Perfect. That's awesome. We were talking before about our preferred vendor list and how to go about it, how you go about it. Like, can you give us some examples of what you use, what vendors you go after, like on a consistent basis?
Yeah, and Rollins One has a lot. You can look at, we partner with Sodexo.
Okay.
We partner with Compass. Compass I've been working with a lot lately. And they're not even necessarily national. A lot of them have been just going with us local. But because we're a preferred vendor, they're pretty decent money, and it's not all food processing or manufacturing. I've been selling a bunch of office spaces, 2, 3 floors. They just have a chef that comes in and cooks, and $9,000 sale just for a 3-floor office building with a kitchen. So
Wow.
yeah.
So you
at
heard the bundle contest. How many bundles do you normally add on how many bundles do you add on to your sales usually?
I always bundle.
No, I know, I get that. Yeah. But I mean, you heard the numbers, right? So if you bundle 5 of them or 4, so what's the average bundle that you sell with a sale?
2 to 3.
There you go. You're going to be in the money on every sale then with this contest.
And wasn't there a study done on our customers that have more services with us, that they tend to stay longer?
Yeah, of course. I think our customers stay longer if we're offering them customized solutions, right? So if we give them the generic, just general pest control, we don't really separate ourselves from our competition. So obviously, offering these services, fly service, drain service, whatever it is that they need out there, and you were talking about how bad flies are right now in New York, the reality is every one of these things, it might be counterintuitive to some of our new people. Oh, if I give them too much, they may not buy. But the reality is it's all about the value. Right. So if we're separating ourselves from the competition, they have some pain, and we're offering value, that's always going to do well. Have you experienced that? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Oh, thank goodness.
It's maybe not, you give them the options. It's not, you have to buy all of these options. Sure. You break it down, and sometimes they'll buy 1 or 2 up front. Sometimes you have to wait a week or 2 on the follow-up after the start. They'll come back and they'll buy one of them. Yeah.
But if you don't offer it, they're never going to buy it, right? They don't know we have it even. That's kind of cool.
Right. So it's funny because, being in the Northeast, I've been there for over 2 years in commercial. But there's a funny rumor that I hear people call you the French fry queen. Oh no, I'm sorry, franchise queen.
Franchise, yeah. That's really what I became really good at.
Okay.
I take the one customer and I find out and a lot of the times they'll try to use it as, give me a discount and I have this, or my sister has that, and I turn around and I flip it and I tell them, well, what do you have? Maybe I can give you the discount now.
Okay.
Let's go inspect them, and it just always turns into some type of franchise deal for me.
So as opposed to selling one, you're saying, you're turning it back around on them and say, hey, well, if you got 40 locations, let me look at the 40 and then we'll talk about a discount. Right. As opposed to, oh yeah, I'll give you one and maybe you give me, okay, I like that. Yeah. Franchise queen.
Sorry, French fry. We'll stay with that. So you build that relationship with your customer right off the bat, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so important that we, build that relationship from the first call to setting up the inspection, even if you're out prospecting. So set that relationship up, right? Build 100%. That relationship.
100%. So not every one you propose is a sale, though, right?
No.
So how do you deal with the rejection?
It's frustrating, but I thank them for the opportunity, right? And I let them know that I'm still here. And then I try to see if they'd be willing to let me discuss it with them in 60 days, 90 days. And then I ask them, what is better, a Friday better for you or a Monday? And I try to put that on the calendar just to see if I could follow up down the road. And a lot of times they will end up working with me.
Right. Yeah. Do they ever call you before you come back out?
Yes.
It's funny how they think the grass is greener, especially if the price is cheaper, and then they find out, yeah, maybe I should have listened to Danielle.
Or cheaper is not always better, right?
Never. Right. Never.
So how do you deal with the loss? Like when I was an account manager, I just, if somebody slammed a door in my face or ghosted me for forever, I just laughed at it. How do you deal with it?
I mean, that's pretty much what I'll tell them thank you for the opportunity, and I'll try again. And then if I have the information, like we were discussing Zoom info, which is great, where I can get more of the contact information, more emails, phone numbers without going through all the Google process. You have a little more concrete information, then I'll email them. I'll give them another phone call. I try to get through in another way.
Okay, good. And we did talk about Zoom info.
Yeah, no, we did.
Which Danielle uses a lot. I know we're kind of going in a different way, but what do you do with Zoom info when you're using it? How do you use it?
Well, I look for, we were talking about industries, so I'll pick an industry. And sometimes when I'm trying to freshen things up, I'll pick up a new industry of the week. Okay. I'll take that industry and then I start looking for, in the zip codes that I'm working, if it's steakhouses this week, and then I'll start looking for all the contact information for those steakhouses. And you get a lot of direct information, especially if you're looking for a corporate office. It's fantastic for that.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. So you're a sales supervisor in New York, yeah? So as a veteran, I kind of feel like you're probably you probably were doing that role anyway. I'm sure you take people under your wing, you help them out, right?
Right.
But in this role, what do you like the most about being a sales supervisor?
I enjoy when I can help someone make their first sale. So that's a lot of fun, because then once they make their first sale, they have that energy, they're excited to now I can do it. And then they're ready for the next one.
Right, and we talked about the hunting side of the business and teaching them how to sell the free inspection. Right. How do you like having that pitch that we have to try and give them some structure? Because I'm sure you don't use the pitch that we have, verbatim, but there's parts of it that you do use. Right. So do you feel like that pitch helps at least give them some structure and maybe just a little bit of confidence so they'll start to get some yeses and then go from there?
Absolutely. But then they have to learn how to make it their own. And the pitch obviously has to be tweaked based on where you are, right? An office space or a hospital or a restaurant, they're all a little bit different, but as they get the hang of it, they have to make it their own.
Right. So with some of the new people, and maybe the people that have been here a little bit longer than new that you're still helping, what are some of the areas that you see them struggle?
Their day, like setting up an appointment, the day needs to be planned in advance. And then the day shouldn't be where all your appointments are between 10 and 12. It should be spread out a little more so you have time to prospect and use the BSM, go into the Zoom info and say, oh, I just saw this building. Let me see if I can figure out, because by the end of the day, you forget half of that.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
What discovery questions do you like to teach and ask?
So when I walk in, I typically ask, if I already have the appointment and we're going for an inspection, I'll ask them if they could have the perfect pest control package, like what would they want that to be? Right. How do you picture it? And then I'll ask them if I could see the logbook. Sometimes they're like, what logbook? So these are the openings to trying to show them what's different about Orkin.
Right. Well, and I think a lot of times, and we talked about this before, that our newer account managers, they got a lot of information in their mind. They want to tell everybody what they know. Yeah. And I think asking those discovery questions and those probing questions can help slow them down and actually make the customer understand that we're trying to talk to them about a program that's, like I said before, customized for them versus just that generic program that you'll see if you look at the logbook, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff.
And we've had that where we're doing an inspection and I'm with one of them and then they just start walking ahead and they're not, you don't necessarily need to be with the decision maker to have you start some of the conversations just even with, one of the people cleaning and they're walking you around. They're like, Joe, can you just show them around? And then they start spilling the beans. They'll tell you everything from how long the last pest control company's been there to what they're paying. And if you listen to everything they have to say, they'll tell you almost everything you need to know.
Yeah, well, we talked about, you do a lot of restaurants, so if a restaurant owner, you talk to them, they're always going to say, oh, no, everything's fine. But then you start going in the kitchen, and the cooks and everything are going to tell you where the cockroaches are, where the problems are. So, just looking for that pain and asking great questions, I think, are some of the keys.
Yeah, those workers they're like Mike said, they're going to spill the beans at you as soon as you get there, And I've been to it was on an inspection last year, and the manager went away, and then all of a sudden the workers came. They're here, and they're showing me everything. It's like, oh, great, okay, thanks, So, what are some of the big opportunities that you're focusing on this year?
This year, bird work. Bird work's a big one.
Bird work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't we have a campaign now?
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Tell me more, please.
Wow.
We've had more opportunity with Flock Free. So as I've been using them, they're phenomenal. I send them something. I put together my photos, my own inspect up. I send it to them, and then they send me back this amazing proposal. They draw on my photos, and they place where they put together the whole program for you. You don't even need to. I don't even tell the customer what we may or may not do. I go, I'll get back to you. Let me work with the bird department, and then we'll talk about it. They'll tell me if they think misters are better, or pucks, or gel, or they write it all up for you. They send it back to you with the pricing for your branch, and then you take that, you talk to your branch manager, and then you put it together on your own inspect form back to them. It's great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And that can get you to that million probably, right?
To the Chairman's Club.
So you told me that, yes, 7 times you've been to President's Club,
Right.
but never Chairman's Club.
Right.
So, and you said that's one of your goals. So I'm really looking, and are there birds in New York?
Too many.
There's a lot of rats and a lot of rats with wings.
Rats with wings.
There's too many.
So they're there
Rats with
for
wings.
sure.
So, you know, and again, we were talking like, you know, how to get over that hump, right, for you. How are you, not only a bird campaign, but what's a good thing for veterans to do to get out of that rut that they're in?
To start prospecting?
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
I mean, really more prospecting. More prospecting, riding along with if you don't know, ride along with a technician. We were talking about using the mapping program earlier. They can go on there, look at the current customers that we have, and go to next door. And if you ride along with a technician, they'll tell you this, you know, Joe's Diner,
Right.
they continuously have roaches. So the pet store next door probably has roaches, and so does the other deli. So if you go to either side of places we already service, it's kind of a little bit of a warm lead for you.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
you told a little story about like one more stop. That's kind of a thing that you always say. Because again, taking the bus, taking the train, doing things like that, you probably don't work an 8 to 5 kind of job.
No bus. I hate the bus.
Okay, never mind. Sorry. Got to wear your bus pants like
Right.
Sheldon, right?
Yeah.
So talk to
bueno.
me a little bit about that. Just one more stop. You had a story that you told that I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was telling Jason this once. I think I told it at one of our other meetings. I was in such a rush. My day was packed, and I still try to, you know, go to the neighboring businesses. But this day was one of those. It was so hard, and there was 2 burger locations opening up right 2 doors down from each other, which I found odd, and they were both with paper in the window. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go in there. I have to drop off my card and just talk to them because I don't know when I'm coming back down this block, right? So I dropped off my card to both of them. I was like, I just wanted to let you know, we service a lot of the area. I know you're opening soon. I just wanted to introduce myself so you can have pest control when you open up. Oh, we have someone. Both of them said they had someone. And 2 days later, the one burger place, she called the 800 number. And she was like, oh my gosh, are you the girl I talked to 2 days ago? I lost your card. My husband and I really want to work with you. And, oh, well, then the point was flies. They both said they had someone. And I said, listen, the summer's here. I understand you have someone, but if you have any issues with flies or American roaches coming in off the street, call me. I mean, we have other things for that as well. And that was why she called me. She was like, my husband and I really want to work with you. I said, what happens to the other company? She goes, we really want to work with you. So I thought that was great. I was like, it always reconfirms it's not a waste of time.
Well, and I think, you know, by mentioning a couple of things besides pest control, when you said something about flies or American roaches, that puts something in their mind like, okay, yeah, no, you're right. Maybe I need to call you because the other guys, I've been having that problem.
Right.
I mean, I think it just goes to show you just never know unless you walk in and try, right?
Yeah.
And your point to falling into that rut, a lot of our veterans out there have a huge pipeline of business, and you can get really stuck into just focusing on that, and you get so busy at this time of year that you kind of forget there's places right next door.
Yeah.
And if you just cloverleaf a little bit, and I think that was your point too, don't put all your appointments concurrent. Leave yourself a little time in between the appointments. That can give you time to remember to hunt,
Right.
to look for some new opportunities. I just love your perspective on that. I think that, you know, obviously with the new folks in New York and the new blood that we have with Amani and with you and John, there's a lot of buzz and a lot of positivity there. And I just wanted to thank you guys for coming down as a team. You know, I know you struggled with the flight and everything
We
else.
almost came down as a team.
I tried to get down here as a team. But anything else you want to tell everyone before? This was pretty fun, right?
Yeah.
Easy?
This
Easier
was a lot
than you
of fun.
thought?
Yeah.
Not a big deal? Okay.
No.
Anything else you want to add before we sign out?
No, thanks for bringing me to the Palermo show.
The Palermo show?
Yeah, it used to be the Mike and Mike show, but now it's just the Palermo show.
Yeah, with the shots. I get all the shots. It's okay. I don't mind shots. They're good. They're all from love, right?
Yes.
So I have a few housekeeping items, and I just wanted to, first and foremost, it's hot as blazes out here. I know you said it was hot in New York. make sure you're hydrating. And the other thing is show some love to your Orkin pros. If you're going out on your stars, doing some things, stop and get some Gatorade, bring them some water. These folks are out working their butts off in the heat each and every day. Safety first, and I just think that's a small thing that we can do to show them how much we care. So I wanted also to let everyone know that, you know, although I've been kind of covering the whole United States for a while, we finally have a person on the West now that's in charge of the Commercial West Division as a DSM, and that's Derek the Senator Dixon. So congratulations, Mr. Dixon. Appreciate you. We're going to get you down here so you can do a few of these things, and it could be the Senator Show.
The Senator.
Right. Yeah. Someday. Not anytime soon. Because, so August 20th, we have kind of a special broadcast. So I asked Ed and Victor to kind of step in for me. I'll be on vacation, and the commercial division has a meeting. So don't really have too many people to cover. So what we did is we got Ed and Victor here for one show only. It's going to be a combined show between Orkin and the brands, and we're going to have Albert Lechleiter here doing his thing and helping everybody learn some of his tips and tricks on AI. He's an absolute guru. Got to see him in California a few weeks back. Mind-blowing stuff that can help you with your day-to-day and get you really ahead of the curve. If you're not embedded in it, if you don't know a lot about it, please, please, please make sure you mark your calendars and make sure that you're on that one. You know, we've got 7 days left to finish strong. July is one of our highest sales months of the year. And right now we're lagging a little behind last year. So hopefully this bundle program and the bundle contests that we have can kind of elevate some of our revenue and our sales. So please, please, please look for opportunities when you're doing your inspection. Offer as many bundles as the customer needs. Don't just put stuff out there they don't need. No one's saying that. Let's make sure that we're giving them things that they need, but keep your eyes open. Hey, everybody could use, you know, scent services, which we seem to forget about. We've got the bird program right now that we're working with. So that bird campaign is going to be huge for all of us. You may not know a lot about it. You might be, you know, so I would, again, encourage you to get to rounds one, get to the bird toolkit, watch a few of the videos, and kind of become an expert. That way, you'll get a lot better at it. You'll be able to speak to it, and at least look down and look for droppings, talk to the customer, and then get one of your Orkin Army from your branch, your service manager, branch manager, or one of your veterans to come do the inspection with you. That's how you learn bird, just doing it. You don't have to know a lot about it. You just have to know they're there and the customer doesn't want them, okay? So that's a good one. McDonald's campaign up and running. 14,000 locations, used to have 10,000 providers, now there's 4. Huge opportunity for all of us. Please, 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 don't drive past McDonald's. Don't eat it if you don't want. I get everybody's, you know, trying to be healthy. That's fine. I'm sure you could have a salad once in a while, but I guess the salad thing's tough too, right? Yeah, here we go. So wanted to make sure. The other thing that I'll say as well, and I say it every month, so the Ed and Victor show, they just did theirs yesterday. They focused on blocking objections. So if you're looking for some great content, some things to watch, you know, that 15 minutes of your 1440 a day, highly recommend getting on Ed's broadcast, or excuse me, on his YouTube channel and watch a couple of them. And he also puts ours, this one, on as well, if you want to watch it again, right? So just wanted to tell everybody to stay safe, make sure that you're putting yourself in great position each month to win. 150,000 in proposals will almost guarantee you every month 30, 40, 50,000 in sales. Let's finish the month strong, and I appreciate every one of you, and hopefully I'll see you all sometime soon. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a great day, everyone.